Where is Nigeria's oil money? I want to ask you a very simple question today. Nigeria produces oil every single day, millions of barrels, oil that belongs to every Nigerian, from Lagos to Maiduguri, from Kano to Port Harcourt. So I want to ask you, where is the money? Because right now, you are buying petrol at over 1,300 per liter. Your own oil, refined and sold back to you at a price you cannot afford. So where did the money go? Let me show you step by step in plain language, no grammar, no jargons, just facts. 1. The Bahamas Company. In August 2023, NNPC, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company, the company that manages your oil, secretly created a company. Not in Nigeria, not in Abuja, not in Lagos, in the Bahamas, a small island country in the Caribbean, known all over the world as a place where people hide dirty money. The company was called Project Gazelle Funding Limited. And through this company, NNPC borrowed $3.3 billion. $3.3 billion. Using Nigeria oil as collateral. Meaning, if the loan is not repaid, the lender takes Nigeria oil, your oil, as payment. Now, who approved this? The National Assembly? No. The Nigerian people? No. A single quiet transaction in the Bahamas with your oil. 2. Atiku questioned. When this deal came to light, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar went on record. He asked the federal government 5 direct questions on behalf of ordinary Nigerians. 1. Has the federal government actually assessed this loan? 2. Was this loan approved by the National Assembly as required by Nigerian law? 3. Who are the parties to this loan? Who exactly is involved? 4. What are the full conditions, the interest rates, the repayment terms? 5. And this is the question that tells you everything. Why did you register a company in the Bahamas, a country known for hiding dirty money, to manage a Nigerian national oil loan? The federal government response? Silence. Their social media aide said, Atiku is late to the party. That was the answer to 5 questions about $3.3 billion of Nigerian oil. You are late to the party. 3. The real cost of the loan. How much this loan will cost now. Now let me show you what this loan is actually costing Nigeria. They borrowed $3.3 billion. The interest rate, I need you to pay careful attention because I have gotten this research for over 1 month. I see the try. I was still trying to understand. Pay attention. They borrowed $3.3 billion. The interest rate is 12%. Atiku did the mathematics. To repay this loan, Nigeria must supply 160 million barrels of oil to the lender. At Nigeria's own benchmark price, 77.96 per barrel, that repayment amounts to 12 billion. 12 billion to repay 3.3 billion loan. When I get them, I be make a talk. For the 3.3 billion loan when they collect, we don't even know how they collect, what they use and do. They've got to pay $12 billion. 12%. Why? Why? That is a difference of 7 billion extra paid from Nigerian oil to a company registered in the Bahamas that nobody voted for, that nobody approved, that the National Assembly never saw. 7 billion from your oil gone. The debt that was written off. But we are not done. For years, NNPC was supposed to be sending oil money to the Federation account. The Federation account is where Nigeria oil revenue is supposed to go, to be shared between the federal government, the states, and local government for road, hospitals, school, salary for you. But NNPC was not remitting the full amount. Year after year, the debt grew. By the time it was counted, NNPC owned the federal government's accounts, meaning it owned you. NNPC, they owe you, me and you, $1.42 billion and 5.57 trillion. That money was supposed to reach your states, your local governments, your community. Now, what did President Tinubu do about this debt? Did he prosecute anyone? Did he demand a refund? Did he set up an investigation? No. In November 2025, with one presidential directive, he wrote it off. $1.42 billion. 5.53 trillion gone. Sign them off. No National Assembly debates. No public hearing. Already we know say National Assembly. Now placard they carry. No explanation of where the money went. No prosecution. No accountability. One signature erased. The 42 billion question. And there is one more number I need you to hear. Between 2011 and 2017, $42.37 billion was allegedly not remitted to the federal account by NNPC. $42.37 billion. That is not millions. That is billions. That is $42 billion. NNPC says all the money was properly accounted for, but the dispute is still unresolved right now today. Nobody prosecuted, nobody held accountable, nobody in prison, nobody even in court. $42.37 billion dispute, unresolved and forgotten. Half the money NNPC is still keeping. And it gets worse. When fuel subsidy was removed in October 2024, NNPC started collecting the full market price for fuel. No more subsidy. Full revenue coming in every day. So now, how much of that revenue is NNPC sending to the federal account? According to the World Bank, only 50%. Half. NNPC is collecting your oil money and sending only half of it to the government, using the rest, they say, to offset past debts. Past debts. The same debts that Tinubu already wrote off. Which one? The same debts that Tinubu already wrote off with one signature. So let me bring this together in the simplest way possible. NNPC collected Nigeria's oil money, did not send it to all the federation accounts for years. A separate $42 billion was allegedly not remitted between 2011 and 2017, still unresolved. Then NNPC secretly registered a company in the Bahamas, borrowed $3.3 billion against the oil without National Assembly approval, and the actual repayments will cost Nigeria $12 billion. Tinubu then wrote off $1.42 billion and $5.57 trillion that NNPC owed Nigerians with one signature. They didn't even consult us. This one is, I said, this democracy is a scam. No debates, no explanation. And today, NNPC is still only remitting half of its revenue to the federation accounts, while you buy your own oil as 1,300 per liter. This is not mismanagement. Mismanagement is a mistake. This is a system, a deliberate, documented, step-by-step system of collecting your oil money and making it disappear while you suffer every single day at the fuel pump that was built on your land with your resources. The question is not, where is the money? We know where it went. The question is, what are you going to do with this information? Share it, because silence is how this continues. And stop blaming Dangote instead of blaming your president and the company.